One, two, three, in the place to be. It's your player partners from the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map,
It's your dog Israel.
like Hayes.
Before we jump in, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's them again. And we about to jump into this final game of the season. Miami versus Boston College. Two 6-5 teams trying to close out their season on a high note. Um, Miami coming off of a loss to Louisville, which we all are disappointed about. Playing at Boston College on Friday, noon game. What you say? What you say? What you say?
I told y'all Miami was gonna come out and play the last game. They gonna come out and play this game too. This is the last game of the season. You also gotta understand, Mario ain't crazy. As much as he tries to act like everything is okay, he hears not even just, the fans, but other coaching circles. You know what I'm saying? I think he's well aware of what he is. I just think that deep down he wants to be something that he's never been. So he's gonna have Miami ready to go. Miami is gonna really, because you gotta think about it, 5-7 and then 6-5, 7-5 to reverse that is a better selling point for recruits. So I expect Miami to come out and play hard. That being stated, Boston College is a tricky team. We can't say they're not good because at the end of the day, they got our record. And you know what I'm saying? They played Florida State close too, just like we did. You know what I'm saying? They beat the hell out of Virginia Tech. Not only, you know what I'm saying, Virginia Tech gave us problems all day. They have a tricky quarterback. Their quarterback he's mobile. I haven't looked at the status report, so I don't know if he's playing, if he's not playing. I just know that this is a team that, you know what I'm saying, like they give certain team problems. Now, Vegas is very confident in Miami. They got us favored by 8 points, but Vegas has been high on Miami all year. And I'm trying to tell you now, boy, we have lost the money. So I do expect Miami to play, but I expect Boston College to give us problems. I do. I feel like they're going to give us their best shot because it's the last game. So everybody's going to come with their A game. They're not going to lie down, and they're going to be at the house. So when they get down to it, they're really going to try to make sure that they, first of all, at this point, they know what Miami is. You can't run on Miami, but you can throw on Miami. Look for them to do a lot of short passes. And we don't do well with mobile quarterbacks. Expect that quarterback to leave the pocket and to give Miami all types of trouble. I do feel like Miami can barely squeak it out, though. So I just think it's one of those things where we play hard. We play hard against Louisville, but this team is not Louisville. And I just think, so I think they're gonna give us their best shot too, and it's one of those things when you're playing at home in the last game of the season, they fans gonna show up, okay? They're gonna show up. So that right there is just how I think. But I still think Miami plays well, and I think all the fans, whether we win or lose, are gonna be like, see, I told you, Mario's got them up. We're trending in the right direction. But nah, man, I don't think that's a guaranteed victory though. I think in order to win that game, they gotta play. They're obviously, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, they need to have a good play. I feel like everybody Miami plays, even next season, you're gonna have to act like that's your championship. You're gonna have play calling to match the defense. Defense gonna come to play, and I think for us, defense gonna be the key. If we can limit them to, you know what I'm saying, third and short, and not allow that quarterback to run all over the field, man, I'm telling you, they almost beat Florida State. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I think.
So, Boston College has been typically a tough place for Miami to play. They usually have a lot of tough games. If you guys remember the Ed Reed, Joaquin said dominate. You know what I'm saying? Ed Reed pulling out an interception at the end of the game. Not an interception, a fumble, picking it up, running it back for a touchdown to keep Miami undefeated to go on and win a national championship. Boston College, it's going to be cold. It's not going to be super cold, but 42 degrees. Miami typically does not play well in cold weather. Um, Thomas Castellanos, their quarterback, is a legit dual threat. He leads their team in rushing as well as passing. So he's a legit dual threat. We've had issues. We haven't faced a legit dual threat. Uh, Travis Jordan, legit dual threat. We haven't faced a whole lot of. We kept him in check pretty good though. But the thing, our bugaboo, keeping Katane. Making sure quarterbacks don't break Katane. Making sure we keep somebody in the spot of quarterback. and broken plays. When a play breaks down, everybody just stay fundamental. So the quarterback is not getting you know 15 and 20 yard scramble plays on 3rd and 2. You know what I'm saying? Like coaching is definitely gonna come into play once again, like always. Like
You
who's
lost that right there, so you know.
who's going, and it's crazy thing. Boston College has a better conference record. They lost against Florida State, but they actually had a chance to win that game. Um, Castellanos, if you look at his numbers, his is pretty comparable to TVD's. They're rush, like to be a team as talent rich as Miami, and you know Boston College doesn't have the talent all across the board for us to basically look like the same team. That's just it don't sit well with me. Um, this sits with me as another game that could potentially be a dogfight, where it should be a game where we win fairly easily, but it could be a dogfight because coaching does not won't have this team, you know, in the situations ready to play. Um, they shouldn't have been in the dogfight with Louisville. I think they're talent wise, they're a way better team than Louisville. But situationally, Louisville was able to, drop the X's and O's to beat Miami in situational football. Their tight end play was ridiculous. I mean, they didn't even use tight ends all year. Well, maybe we'll pull out our tight ends because we got four of them. We won't play none of them. I mean, they're in there like offensive linemen. They don't catch the ball or run routes. I don't know what they do. So it could be a game where, last game of the season, Mario is trying to galvanize the fan base, saying, "Hey, this was a successful year. This is something we can build on, something to look forward to for the future." If they lose this game, I'm telling y'all, I'm talking. It's time for him to go. I ain't talking that we can win a bowl game. A 6-16, your bowl games gonna be played on December 13th. It's gonna be in the your dog. It's gonna be in the from the bottom of your map.com bowl. That's what it's really gonna be. There ain't gonna be no like we made a bowl. Like you don't even know what a bowl game we played. It's not gonna be played on no. It's gonna be played on it's gonna be played on Lifetime. I don't even know what a bowl game we played. So none of that stuff is gonna be a success for none of that. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. They better win this game, win it convincingly for me to be like, all right, this team has made some strides. All right, I can see there's progress happening here. Outside of that, man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see no close come down to overtime or a kick at the end. I don't want to see none of that, man. And unfortunately, this is what I see. I think it's gonna go down. You said Vegas got them, -8. Um,
Yep.
that's a lot. I see something now that say -10. I guess
Vegas fans
Vegas, yeah.
put it all
I
together.
see the line at -10. They got the over under at 48.5. Just a quick I know that the pit father gonna come through, but what you think about the over under in that 10?
Um, if you think Miami's gonna, be up big, we know our defense is going to come to play, right? That's one thing that we know. So I do feel like our defense is probably going to end up giving them more trouble. We're probably going to give them more trouble than what they had against Florida State. I feel like Miami can actually win this game by 2 touchdowns. But the game may reflect them winning a little bit closer. Like Miami may only win by a touchdown because they allow something late in the game. Ultimately, though, even if they do win, I still feel like Mario don't need to be the coach. You didn't do nothing for me. You went 7-5 when you went 5-7, and I feel like they'll be up early, but I do feel like they're going to allow Boston College back in the game. That's what I think. I think they start off hot, same way that that they do with which because the last game against Louisville, they were actually up by a point at halftime because Louisville missed their extra point. You know what I'm saying? Which, that was something probably problematic for Louisville. So I expect Miami to actually, even against North Carolina, if you remember, Miami was up at halftime. So I expect Miami to start off hot, but I do expect Boston College to kind of try to do something in the second half. I think the trick here is for Miami to get up by 14 going into halftime and then just allow Boston College to always be trailing. So I think that's the scenario. Miami starts off hot. We go up 21-7. 28-7. Then Boston College makes it 28-14. You know what I'm saying? We go up. We end up scoring close to maybe 30, 35 points. Maybe Boston College gets to 21, and maybe that overhits. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay. I mean,
That's what I'm looking
well, we'll see. This will be after when you going back to make them turkey sandwiches. You going back for that next day mac and cheese. You getting them yams, getting them collard greens, getting that hot water cornbread. Getting them sweet potato pie, getting them second and third, fourth, fifth, sixth plates. Friday afternoon game, and we will be back to give a closeout season analysis about what went down. I mean, I think I'm gonna roll with what you said. I don't believe, but I ain't got nothing else to go on now. So, but dog say they gonna pull it out.
at.
We gonna pull it out. We gonna pull it out, and I'm gonna put it on the players. They win. The players they wanted to get a win. I ain't going.
Straight up. Nah, definitely.
I ain't giving the coaches no credit. They ain't got nothing for me. 6-5. You don't. Nah, man. Yeah. And last thing, y'all fans gotta stop being so nice. Y'all was on Manny hard. Y'all was on. I don't get why they are so soft on Mario. They was on Manny hard. It was on Mark Rick pretty hard, but they was on Manny's ass. Mario I guess he's like the prodigal son, I guess. But like Mario has gotten passes. I cannot believe Manny has some terrible losses. But Mario has the worst loss damn near in college football history.
And
The
college
game against
football.
Georgia Tech. The game against Georgia Tech is like unexcusable. Unexcusable. But like
Hold on. That's the worst loss, but he also owns the second worst loss in history because he did the same thing at Oregon with Stanford. So he got the two worst losses ever off of formation. So it's like, this guy, regardless of coaching, regardless of, recruiting, he is the stupidest of all the Miami coaches ever. Because I'm like, Al Golden wouldn't have lost like that. How you lose like that? That means that you, like I said, coaching GED. This man don't got it. Oh, you guys got to move past it. Move past it. That's why you 6-5. Hey, you listen, Manny went 94. Yeah, I don't even want to hear nothing about that. I was a Red Lashley fan. Red Lashley out there chilling. So, I hope we play SMU next year and then we get beat by them so then I can remind the fans once again. You see that? That's a coach and an offensive coordinator. You see that? Yeah, that's a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, whisperer. So, but I'm good with that, man. We win by 2 touchdowns.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. From your player partners from the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and we gone.
We gone.